Charlton, and the proceedings have been wonderful and inspiring. And I suppose this is the last time that I will get a chance to share with you some morsels of wisdom before you make this final transition through this rite of passage that we call Paltz High School. Thank you. Ms. Clinton told me to keep my remarks short. So I cut a lot from my original speech, and if you include time for tangents, I've got it down to about 80 minutes or so. I'm just kidding. Some people who have me in class, they're looking at me, no, really. Seriously, I'd like to thank the class officers, Ms. Bonnie Massio, Ms. Clinton, Ms. Rice, for allowing me the privilege to speak here today on this wonderful occasion. And make no mistake about it, although I'm sure many of you will go on to do much greater things than what you have accomplished today, it's no small thing what you have accomplished. Consider the challenges you have faced and overcome in so many different areas of your life since you started this journey called your early education. You've overcome social difficulties, academic ones. You've had your emotional struggles. Some of you have struggled even to the last minute, passing a specific test, getting through a particular class, getting service hours in just before graduation. I'm sure that at times it has been heart-wrenching. I know for a fact some of you have dealt with incredible difficulties at home. Some of your difficulties have been even here at school. And you might not have thought at times that you were going to make it. Or others maybe thought that you weren't going to make it. But I want to say to you today, you made it. You're here. And I hope that you remember when you face the many challenges that you're going to face, maybe even as soon as you leave this school, this town, that you had a moment of triumph. You succeeded when you thought maybe you couldn't do it. I hope that you can remember that you are an overcomer. I also would like to talk to those of you who have flourished academically here. You've achieved great things, staking your claim in the annals of our scholastic halls of fame. I am likewise impressed with your resolution and determination. I know that sometimes people might have taken your talents for granted. Teachers, for instance, assuming that you could fold the time-space continuum to get all the work that we give you done. All of the sports activities that you did, the work that you did at your jobs, the things that you did to help your family at home. I know that for many of you, it was an incredible balancing act. But please remember, you have left a great legacy for others to aspire to. You have made your parents and your teachers very proud. And of course, you've made opportunities for yourself. Without any sense of cliche, I say to you again, congratulations, you did it. So I know I don't have much time up here. I can see the zippers getting further and further down. But I want to take this time to leave you with three nuggets of advice. I don't have a particular theme for you, but I'm going to ask you to consider each idea on its own merits. 3 points of advice. The first, potential. What did I say? Potential. Just checking. Potential. You've been hearing about potential for a long time now. Your parents talked to you about your potential. Your teachers talked about your potential. In fact, I can imagine that when you were born, it was your newness and your potential that filled your parents with wonder and amazement at every drawing that you did, every instrument that you tried to play, every goal that you scored, every speech that you made. I'm sure your parents thought to themselves, wow, my son, my daughter, they have so much potential, and it's true. Even right now, as you sit here, I can imagine your parents are looking at you, and they are filled with joy and excitement, and even maybe some anxiety about the potential that you present to them. But let me encourage you, no one talks about potential when they get to my age. Potential is kind of like drool. When you're a baby, it's really cute. When you're a grown person, it's embarrassing. What I'm trying to say to you is this. You need to maximize your potential. In fact, make maximizing your potential a habit. It is one of the most important paths to excellence. My second point, success. Specifically, I'd like to talk to you about how you measure success. We live in a very human-centric, materialistic culture. And because of that, we often transmit to you, the society transmits to you, our children, the idea that success is measured by how good something makes you feel, how much stuff you can acquire, how high you can climb on the social hierarchy of life. Well, I can tell you this, that your feelings are inconsistent and shifty. They will change. And no matter how much stuff you get, you'll always want an upgrade. You'll never be satisfied with the things that you have. Also, no matter how high you get, for many of us, there will always be someone higher than you. And for those of you who reach the very top and the very pinnacle of your profession, your career, you might find that it's lonely at the top. I would say that these short-sighted and sometimes even immature standards of success often will leave us with empty feelings. So I propose to you this. Consider measuring your success by the positive influence you have on those around you. Consider measuring your success by the degree to which your words and your actions are constructive and not destructive. Let love and service be overarching principles of your motivations, and then you will find a harvest of unquantifiable satisfaction in what you do. I'm telling you this because I know it's the reason why I love my job. Lastly, wisdom. I love that our English department gives you a chance to write an assignment about exploring this topic. How many of you did that? That's an outstanding assignment. I've actually gone and taken some wisdom papers just to read them. I find them intensely interesting, sorry. But I often ruminate on the topic and find it fascinating that in our society, that often knowing the facts and the acquisition of information is more emphasized than knowing what's the right thing to do with it. I think that's wisdom. And it's not really our job as teachers to define for you how to weave your moral fabric, how to know what's right and what's wrong. Your family and your life experience is the place for that. But again, I encourage you, seek to know wisdom. It's the only responsible thing to do in this age where we are saturated with the acquisition of information. The question, man, you know what we could do with that? Should always be followed up with, yeah, but should we do it though? I can't tell you how many times my younger brother and I have had the experience of saying, I bet you I could swim all the way across the lake, even though we have to break the ice first. Yeah. Should we do it though? I want to conclude with a quote from a Renaissance writer. His name was Thomas More. He said these words: education is not the piling on of learning. It's not the piling on of information, data, facts, skills, or abilities. That is training or instruction. But rather, education is making visible what has been hidden as a seed. I've been thinking about those of you who had the privilege to teach, and those who I have observed in your 4 years of high school here. And it is my sincere hope that things that were done for you, said to you, given to you, truly were things that uncovered the seed inside of you. It's my sincere hope that you received an education here at New Paltz High School. I wish you the absolute best in your future. I love you, and I thank you for listening.